Uh, all right. So let me now share my screen. So this is just for us to just design, because I have another screen that's um that I'm going to give us as an assignment to design today. And I want to and I want to like you guys to submit it on Friday. That's our next class on Saturday. But that one is not going to involve using color gradients the way we have here. It's just going to be plain color. So you guys should pay attention and learn how we are going to do it again today. I'm going to try as much as possible to, you know, make it very slow, unlike how I was fast the last class. Because I don't want to hear any, I was not able to do the assignments. And it's going to be individual assignments, it's not going to be group. So we are going to try to redesign this particular screen. So just like we have here, it's a mobile screen. So we click on this. Okay, let me first of all try to import this particular image so that for people that don't already have it on their, so say for example you have it on, how am I going to do this one now? um you have it on your phone, and then you want to bring it in. Okay, please do. Please, can I just put my mask? Okay, we'll talk about that one later. I thought it was about the class. All right, so I want to try to, I don't know how it's going to be opening my WhatsApp way. I'm looking for a way to get the, okay, messages are here are good. So I'm sending a message to myself from my phone so that I can have it on my system. I think that's one of the best way I can get it. So now I have it on my system. So this is not giving me the correct thing. It's not giving me the correct. This color, the color. I made a picture, and the color is not giving me. What was our last? What was our Saturday's? What was our Saturday's topic again? Let me check on YouTube channel. Deduction to thing now. Um, combining color. Okay. Why is it so hard to get this? What was the title of our last of our Saturday class? The person that was watching it on YouTube. What was the title that was used? Where is it again? No, the problem is to get, or you can even, what am I even, is you can watch, you have YouTube, you can watch from your screen, from your laptop. You can watch from your laptop. So if you want to get the screenshot, or you must have sent the screenshot. Now the problem is to get the video.
I couldn't find it on the channel today.
On the what?
No, I couldn't find. If you're talking of, okay, I joined in like 10 minutes ago. Good evening, ma. So if you're talking of the replicated design you used to show typography, I was saying that I couldn't find it on TEFEM's channel. I was looking for it.
Okay. I thought somebody said you got it from YouTube. All right, so then let me just show us how to import images on, but say for example you just want to use this one, but this is not giving me the colors. You download it, and then when you download it, you go to your fingerboard. You see this place where there is shape here. You click on it, and then you click on image or video. So you click on the particular screenshot you want to import, and then you import it. So this particular one is not giving me the colors very well. So if you are watching from on YouTube, or if I sent it to you on Telegram, you just download it to your laptop, and then you import that screenshot into Figma using this particular way I just showed. So once you import it, then you can now use it to design another screen. So this is it, and then this is a mobile design, and then you go to this down below here. You click on the screen. You go to the phone section so that you can click. You can select a particular frame based on your preference, and let's just say you want let's just say you want this. So you click this, and then it's giving you the particular screen that you want to use. So for you to start, the different ways to start, you can start by creating this shape and then writing the text. So let's start by that. So there are two circles here. You click on this box here. You know, this is going to change based on what you selected initially. So this is like a shape tool. So once you click on this drop down here, and then you select the shape you want to create. Either you want to create a rectangle, or line, or arrow, or circle, or triangle, star, or you want to import an image or a video. So for this case, you want to create a circle. So we click on the option, and then you click on it. So for you to create circle in the same width, that has the same width and the same um, height, that is a uniform, you hold down your shift and your select button, and then you draw. You increase as if you are increasing something. So you draw to the size that you want. So this is like the size that we want, and then you place it. So I mentioned, like, if you are using a particular distance, I think on Windows is Alt. Once you click on Alt, it shows you the distance of that circle to the frame. So if you click on the particular element and you hold Alt, and then show you, okay, from this circle to this, the left of the frame is 16, to the top is 100, and to the right is 314. So you can now duplicate this circle, and to duplicate is Control D. So once you duplicate, then you shift the duplicate to the right to, to be like the way this one is. And then you import any type of image that you have. So say for this one, you want to import image. There are several websites you can go to. So say you want to use pixels, for example. So you go just browse pixel, and then you can search for people. You just have a kind of a to have any pictures that you want. Right, today's network. You're opening fast. You can also use on Splash, search for images too. Okay, it's taking time to load. Okay, we have seen this one. We just copy it. Once you double click on it, or you right click on it for Windows, right click on it, and then it's giving you an option of copy image. You copy the image, and then you go to your Figma board, and you right click on the elements, and you click on paste here. So it's now pasted here. So you search for your second photo. Let's use this one. You copy again, and then you go to your Figma board and click on paste here. So on this one, this first circle is looking as if is on top of the second one. So that means you right click on this first one, and then you click on bring to font, so that it can come up. You can see now is now up. So you now go to the text, this text that is beside it, and then you click on the text. So you can now select from our fonts that we've used. This currently is center aligned, so we change it to be left aligned. So we can select from the fonts that we've created initially and see which one will rhyme with what is there. So this body one is not okay. I think this one is not bad. This one is too big. Okay, I think this one is it. So you now so like for you to be able to make all this to be on the same line, like on the same horizontal line. Someone is omitted. Precious, can you mute on for it to be on this same line, you highlight on everything, and then you click on this one. This one is for vertical, horizontal, to align horizontal. No, not this one. So if you just got a mistake and then you want to undo it, you click on Control Z. Then on this one is align vertical. So once you click on it, it's going to align, and then everything is now aligned on the top. So you go to the next font. Most of the property is ensured. So this is more bigger. So we change our type of font to like header one. Let's see if it's that's too small. I think that one is close to it. So we can use it. So we can use it even if it's not entirely the same. So you can just use it. So that is that for the fonts up here. So let us now create the background color. So you select the frame and then you go to this first one here is fill. That's showing you that's the color of the frame. But you want to change it. So you click on this right panel here. So you click on this color here. So if you already have the color code you want to use, you can just change. So let me see if I can do something that is in line without picking the color. So you can just change to what it is on. You can just play with this color picker here, and then you continue changing until you get the color that you want. You can just work with this color if you don't want to use this color picker. But if you want to use it, you click on this color picker here, and then you click on where you want to pick the color. That's this one, and then you pick it. So it's already changing. Let me change the color so it's obvious. So you click on where you want to pick and to change. So you can observe that on this same frame, there is a slight difference of color at the bottom right of the frame. And then if you want, you can still leave your color you can still use your frame to be like this. This is like a plain color. But if you want to add gradients to your frame, just like the way you have here. So on this same color picker, this first option here is showing solid. That is what it is right now. It means that it's using only one color. The second option here is showing gradients. That is if you want to use a gradient on your frame. The second one is showing image. That's if you want to use an image on your frame. And the third one is showing video. So there's some website I can go to that on the background you can see a video playing on the background. So that's the kind of thing you can also do if you want to add video. So for this particular course, we are using gradients. So we select the option of gradients, and then it's saying that it has changed. Yeah, so you can see this line from this top of the frame to the bottom of the frame. So and it's showing only one line because it's on linear. So say for example you want to use a radial, it's going to show like this. This is like, if you are very observant, you can see how it's forming a little bit of circle on the frame. That's for radial option. Then for angular, it's going to show like an angle. So you can always be playing with different options of gradients. And if you want to use gradients, you have to be very careful of how you use gradients. So if you are starting in as a UI designer, you can just maintain on using only solid. But it's not also bad if you also want to play with your gradients. Then this is for angular. Then for diamond, so you can see how it's forming a diamond kind of shape on your screen. So for this particular screen, it's using linear. So we're also going to choose linear. And on this linear, the change of color is starting from this top left here to the bottom right. So because of that, we will just use it. But even if you want to leave it the way it is now, for it to start from top to bottom, it is also not bad. But since we are trying to replicate exactly what we are saying, we will just do what they are doing. But if you are designing on your own, you can play around with different options. Like it wasn't always follow a particular pattern. So for this part, for this screen, they used from top left to bottom right. So we'll just shift this line that was here initially. You can see, you can just play with, like, however you want it, you can play with it. So you want it to start from the top left to the bottom right. So we shift it like this. So you can see if it's very, very different. Once you click on this bottom side to change the color, the downside is going to be highlighted, and then you click on the color palette. Let me make the color to very dark so you can now observe the difference. So you can see that this down part now is starting from this dark color to the one that is up. If, for example, we want to shift it for it to start from this, we'll just shift it, and you can see how that's, yeah. There are different instances where we have to use this type of design. I can show you that, but later. There are different instances where we have to use this type of design to design on our frames. But for this particular class,
No, your screen is not showing. No, your screen is not showing.
okay, let me check. Thank you.
I think it's our network.
It's
Maybe
showing
it's your
actually.
network. Oh.
Okay, like other people can see my screen.
Yes, it's
Yes,
showing,
I
ma.
can
Yes,
see
ma'am.
it.
Okay, all right. So, okay, there are different instances where you can use this particular style, but for this course of this class, we are going to just stick to what they are doing. So this is how their gradient is flowing from. So from this bottom, when you want to change the color of that particular gradient, you click on this box. So you want to change for this top one, you click on the box, and then it takes you to where the color code is. So on this first one, this is where the color code is. You click on it, and then let's pick it. You click on the picker also, and then you pick from how it is. Then we now want to change the color code on the bottom right. So we click on the square on the bottom right, and then you click on the color code. So let's pick it here. So you can see it's already changing. So that on this same line, like if you want to add different colors on this line, you can be adding that on this line. Like, design is not restricted. So say you want to add, maybe you want to add different colors on this same line. You just go to the line, and then you are clicking on it, and then it's showing the boxes. You come here again, you click. So say you want to now start changing the colors on this side. So let us just change it and see how it's going to be changing. So we can see on this side it's changing. If you want to change on this part, you click on the square of that part, and then you say you want to change it. So you can see it's also changing. So you click on where you want to change, and then you input the color for that area. Control Z to undo, because you don't need all these different colors. But say we want to add a particular color on this center part. So you just click on the center part, and then you go to the square and pick from the center part, so that it's just completely uniform. So we are done with picking the colors on the landing frame. That's the phone. That's the phone frame. The name of this frame, so the dashboard. So we want to create the rectangle, the 4 rectangles that we have at the bottom of the page here. So to create this first rectangle, you go to your shape tool also at the bottom of your screen, and then once you click on your shape tool, you pick the shape you want to create. So for this color, I'm creating rectangle, so you pick on rectangle, and then you come to where you want the rectangle to be and draw it. So once you draw it, this is looking, you draw it to, let's draw it to the shape that we want it. Okay, we will check if this is 16. Okay, it's on 16. So I'm now ready to check if an particular element is in line with another element. Once you are dragging it, you can see this red, this red line that is appearing. It shows that this is in line with the one that is up. So you don't need to always be checking if you see it's already in line. So this particular rectangle, you can also check like this is already in line. So we make it, this have a radius. So we increase it. This is where you increase radius. On this appearance side, you increase radius to, let's say, 40. And then you want to change the color code. You click on this fill option of color code. And then you click on the picker and you pick the color that is there. So it's already, so you want to create the second rectangle. You want to create the second rectangle. Let's increase the width to like 164. Okay. So this one, I'm going to increase the height since it's a little bit taller. Then we want to reduce this video to let's reduce it to like 30. We'll come back to it. So for this second one, for this second rectangle, we pick this one on the piece. So we use the picker tool and pick this one here. And then you pick this one here, and then you have it. So let's do the text on this first one. So you click on your text tool here and come here. And let's do, this is for today. Let's change it to 16 pieces now. The reason I want you guys to, one way we can also submit our assignment is I drop my email address and then you invite me to your Figma board, because I want to see if we are able to create textiles on our Figma. So the way I created this textile that I'm now using it, and you must not use the same parameters I use. You can select any font that you want. You mustn't use, I'm using Mango. You can select any one that you want, and then you create your textile. So I don't want to see designs that you are giving me designs and you're giving me is not under a particular textile. It's just plain like that. Just to, use our Figma to create the textile. So one thing I can do is I'll drop my email, and then I don't know if you know how to invite people to your Figma board. So on this Figma board here, on this top tool, you can see like you can see my icon here. So like on your own Figma board, you'll be seeing your own icon here. So once you click on it, no, it's not it. On this share button, once you click on the share button, so you input anybody that you want to invite to your Figma board. So what email should I use as an example? Can I use myself? So let me use myself as an example. That is going to pick it. I'm not able to invite yourself. All right, which email will I use? Let me see. Here's my long list email, long time ago. So once you put the email of the person you want to invite, and then you select the option You want the person to be able to just view, or you want the person to be able to edit. So like I said, multiple people can be able to work on a particular Figma board. So if you want the person that you're inviting to be able to change the things on your board, you can click on can edit. But if you want to add me to your Figma board, please select can view, just view. So once you select this can view, you invite. So you can see here, you can see the person is showing like invite sent and view. You can always still go here and either change the permit option or be send invite or remove the person. You don't want the invite to be, you don't want the person to be able to access your Figma board again. You can now remove the person. So me, I will now go to my email and then accept your invite. So once I come to your Figma board, I'll be able to see the things that you're working on your Figma board. You can understand. So that's a way of inviting you to your Figma. So for this particular one, I created the this one. Okay, this one is okay. So let's create the second one. I unduplicated, that's Control D. So this is too big. Let's see, there's a smaller scan. Let me create a smaller scan. Let's use this one. Then the next one is the money. Since we are doing exactly. Okay, let's increase the fonts also. We change the styling of the fonts. So let's say this styling are not exactly the same, but mine is like that. So like this. Then for this accident, the color is kind of different. So we change it. So we change it. So we can use the color picker, or we can just change it ourselves. So we can still use this one. This is okay. So this is okay. So for this one, let me increase. It's not really sitting well. We use this one like this. Let's use this one like this. So let's make it to be in the middle. Like I said, if you want to know the distance of a particular element, so to any side, you just click on all. So here it's giving us the distance here. So we are trying to adjust it so that it's going to really sit well in the eye. So for this second rectangle here, so we have another text on it, profit. And then we change the styling. So all the styling, they are not good. So it's not, so you can create as much textiles as you want. So you can fit into your design. Because usually we don't have enough because we are in a class. So I don't want to be taking plenty time just creating textiles. So you can create as much textiles as you want so that we can have different variants to work with. So let me see if I can still use the same color code I used it. 5, 6. Let me reduce it a little bit. And then if you want to align, you can see that this puppet is center aligned to this text. So if you want to align it, you either select the two texts and then you click on align horizontal. Yeah. So this puppet is now at the middle of the rectangle. So to create the second text below it, plus 1.3 brackets now 6.01. Then let's try to change this style. Okay, that style seems okay. Let's use what was used there. Then we can bring it up, up, up. All right. So I think before we even created this, we would have created the second rectangle. So let's bring it out first and keep it here. So we want to create this. Okay, I'll show you guys the two options that we can use. Let me show you guys the two options. Let me try a second option and see. So we want to create this one. Will it even be possible to use that second option? I was thinking. I don't think so. Because that one is going to work. Say we want to create just a line, and then you click on the shape tool and select line. So if you are drawing the line from here, you hold your shift so that the line is going to be straight, just like the way you draw if you are drawing a circle. So you hold down your shift and then you draw. If you don't hold down your shift, the line is going to be like, it's not going to be straight. Let me try to. So you can see how this line is not really, I'm not really controlling it if I'm not holding down my shift. So if you want your line to be straight, you hold down your shift. So we now want this curve. Let's see if you can create a curve with this line. You double click on the line, and then you can see it has changed to this dot, dot, dot. And once you double click, let me unclick. If you are clicking on the line, you can see that it's not showing that circle dot. It's just plain like this. So you have to double click on the line so that it can now show you the different points. And then at this bottom place, it's now showing you the bend tool and the bent buckets that you have with enclosed. So this tool up here is only going to appear when you double click on a particular element. So once you double click, and then we want to create a curve on it, and you want curve to be on different to start and end at different points. So you click on where, just like the way we are doing on the color code. If you want to add a particular color on a line, you click on that side. So we want to add a point on this line, we click on that side, or we just drag this one that we have here and it's there. We click on another side, we click on another side. So you can click on as many points as you want. So I think on this place, this is just one. We just need like 1, 2, 1, 2. We just need like 2 points at the middle. So this whole thing, like, is not a, it does not have a direct path. You can play with as much as you want. So we don't need this point, so you delete it. Let's undo. Or so we just need like 2 points. We just move it like this, and then we've gotten the 2 points that we need. So if you created the point that is more than what you needed, you can just Ctrl Z to undo it, or you delete the line and start from afresh, or you can Ctrl Z. So when you've gotten your point, then you go to your pen tool below here, and then you click on this bend tool. So this line is bending down first, so you go down. The next one is bending up, so you go up in this next side, and this one is bending down, so you go down. So you can now be adjusting it. You must not you can just be adjusting it to fit what you want. See, so as you are playing with this line, it's changing how the curve is. So you can just play with it and adjust it. Don't make your line to be very crooked. Just be playing with this particular one here. And then if you want to take any point up, you click on that point and then you move. Or you undo from this. Okay, once you double click on it, you can now move a particular point to where you want it. I want to take it up. If you want to move a point down, you can still move. However you want to do it. So I'm trying to do what is here. So let me just look at. Okay. So I think we need to move this point to the left a little bit. So like this is close to what we have. So now so this is where you want to draw a line on a particular. Okay, let's now change the color. Let's change the color to be kind of gray. So I can fit what is here a little bit. You can also increase the height of, so it's coming out. You can also increase the height of the line. On this side is showing 1. So you can increase the width to like as much as you want. So let's increase it to like 2. And then this is the point where you just want to draw a line on a rectangle. But for this particular one, this is not what they did. You can see that the up part is, the color on the up part is different from the color on the down part. So that means there are 2 rectangles joined together, this particular one. So we have to duplicate this rectangle. So you click on your Control D, Command D, Control D. So once you duplicate it, it's forming the second rectangle. You can see the second rectangle here. And then second one, you will now make it to have the color on top. So let's make it shorter. That's a little bit half. So on this down part, you want to remove the radius. So our goal is just for us to be able to form this curve, like the down part of this rectangle, to be able to form this curve that we have here. So we are going to make bottom side. So we are going to remove the radius on the bottom side of this rectangle. And to remove it, so for you to be able to work on the individual radius of an element, you can see here it's showing 40 and it's for everything. So once you are reducing the radius on this part, it's going to be affecting all the edges. But you want to reduce the radius of just this top, this bottom left and the bottom right. That means we click on this icon beside it. You can see the corner radius details. On this place here is showing the top left radius, but you don't want to reduce that one. Here, the top right corner radius, but you don't want to reduce that one. But on this place that you want to reduce, this is the bottom. So we just reduce the one on the bottom and the one on the bottom right also. So you can see like, so like in a way, we were able to form the down line that we just did here. So we are going to replicate this same thing the same way we drew this curve on this line, we will now replicate it on this rectangle, but we are going to work on just this line. That's from here, from this point to this point. So the same way I just mentioned, if you want to make that bend to be able to appear, you double click on a particular element, so you can see the bend tool is now appearing. So we want to create the points that we created. So here we have 3 points. So let's shift it to be here, and then so we can now create another second point. So we have our 2 points. Then we click on our bend tool. We come here, we bend this first point. We come here, we bend it to go up, and then we bend this one. So you can see we have formed that this same thing we just did, we formed it on this rectangle. So, but then on this rectangle, the only place that have a different color is, if you are drawing a rectangle, a plain rectangle, and then say you want to draw a plain rectangle, for example, let's make it white so you can be very distant. And then we want to add a border, a border, yes, a border, that's a stroke. We call it stroke. So this is a fill. So you want to add a stroke, you click on plus here, and then let me change the color stroke so it can be very obvious. What color will I use so it can be very, very obvious? Yellow. Let me just increase it so you can see. So this is like the border from here to here, from here to here is the border. But say for example, you just want a border to be on a particular side of the rectangle, like you don't want all the edges to have a border. You can just click on this side and you say stroke by per side, and when you click on it, at this point is on all. But if you want the border to just be on top, you click on top, and you can see the border is only on top. If you want it to be on the bottom, you click on bottom. Then if you want it to be on the left, the same way, right, so the same way. But if you want, maybe you want 2 sides, you don't want only top, you want both top and bottom. So you click on this custom, and then you can see it's now bringing. So you want here to be, so you want both left and right. So you can see here is 10, here is 10. So you can also play with it if you want the left to be smaller than the one in right. You can just play with as many options that you want. So for this particular one, there is a border just at the bottom. So we add the stroke like we did, and then you can see it's now appearing on the 4 sides, but we don't want on the 4 sides. We want just, what just happened? We want just on the bottom. So the reason why the bottom is not appearing like the way it's appearing here is because we have tampered with how a normal rectangle should be. So we cannot, say that we just want a bottom. Like Figma is not giving us that option. So we now have to go through another route. So say for example, you have a rectangle like this, and then you want to create another rectangle to just have a line, because there are different instances where you will need different options. So this is 0. So say you just want the when you create the bottom, and then you want it to just be on the bottom.
I can't see your screen again now.
I think it's a network. Let me check on the show. I'm still sharing. I think it's a network. There is a network. So you can just what was I going to say?
Hello, ma'am. Sorry to disturb you, ma'am. I'm not seeing your screen again.
I'm saying I think it's a network. Did you hear me? I think it's a network. So you can we've created the second rectangle, and then you okay, like you just say that you want only the border on the videos on the border on the bottom to appear. So once you click on the bottom, you can now change the color. So you can see for this instance it worked. But for this one that is no longer pure rectangle, is now we now have a curve at the bottom. So that particular option is not going to work. So let's remove this stroke. We look for a second way for us to be able to, our goal is just to be able to create this line circle. So like you see why it's very important. You see why I always I'm advising you guys to be able to replicate other people's design. This is one of the reasons. You see, as you are trying to replicate another person's design, we are also thinking of how we are going to implement what they've done. But if you are designing on your own, trust me, like you not even think of this particular thing that we are trying to do. You just want to design something plain and straightforward. But when you are trying to replicate another design, is making you to think of, okay, how will I implement this thing to be exactly like this person's own? And then you now end up trying different options on your Figma, and you can even invent a way that somebody else is not going to use that same way to do that same thing. And that is why it's as a learning process, it's also good for us to replicate other people's design. Then for this particular one, since it's not giving us what we want, we double click on, that means we're not going to have three rectangles on here. So we duplicate this one that has a curve at the bottom. And once we duplicate it, we take it up. So you can see, let me change the color. It can be very obvious that we have three rectangle. So you can see this one is up, then this one is down. So the one down will now give you the color of this line, so that it can now form the line that we've been trying to form for ages. So we take the color, and then the one on top, we give it the up color. Why is this one not as dark as? So let us make it darker. So when you guys ask questions, it's always it disturbs my train of thoughts. You can paste your question on the this thing. So you can make it down. Network glitch. Please, you can join and come back. I don't know. I don't really don't know how to solve this network problem. You can leave the call and come back and see if you'll be able to see my screen. But can the rest of us see? Can the rest of us see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. See your screen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. See your screen.
All right. So now we form our amazing rectangle that took us ages to form. So we now bring in the text that we have initially and place it here. So we are done with this part of our rectangle. So this second one, we click on our shape tool again and we select rectangle. So we draw the rectangle, or we cannot duplicate what we have here and increase the size. So here is 40 radius, so we make it 40. And then it has, okay. So it's kind of the same now. It's kind of the same. Let's make it have the same distance. All right, so we now want to make the text. Let's create the second one at once. I duplicated what was there before. So once you make any mistake, because mistakes are bound to happen, you just Control Z, and then it takes you back to where it was before. So I don't make a mistake. That was why I remembered again. So for this second one, let's pick the color to be this. Or let me just try and make my own color that is in line. So like I said, if you are reducing, that's how I create my own anyway. But then if you get there, you can now play with. So this color picker is going to be your friend when you start designing. So I think the height is not entirely the same, but let us work with this. Yeah. Okay. So for this particular one, total sum, let's go with our text. And then go with our text again. So but along the line, we'll also play with designing for web fashion. So we are not just designing, we are not just using only designing for the mobile, because we are not only going to design mobile in this your career journey. So you can see the thing I did here. I highlighted the two elements and then I reduced. It's like reducing the distance between them, between the two elements. So I will just reduce it by clicking it instead of taking it from around and dragging it like dragging it up and down. You can just click on the two and reduce it. For this top one, let's see if this one is going to work so big. Well, this thing is not always in line with. How do we use it? Okay. In line with what we have. But let's manage it. So on this one, let's change the color. So we can use the color, same color code from here. Then we make here. So for this, our money is very big. So let's use heading. So for the second one, the last triangle, this is TripAdvisor. So on this part, you can see the text is rotated, is at 90 degrees. So once you hover on the text like this, you can see the corner radius is already showing. The corner so is already showing. So you just slightly rotate it. And you're trying to rotate it, the the figure on this place is also changing. So you can just come here to put 90 degrees by yourself because you might not be able to rotate it at the exact 90 degrees. So you can just impute it and then it will change. So you can see it's already changing. Then is this text okay? It's okay. So we can just move it up for it to be like this. Today's topic is repeating what we did. It's still color and font combination. Then if you want to draw this circle here, you click on the circle, the shape tool, and then you hold your shift. And you draw. So we can see what's once you are moving a particular element, it's going to tell you when it's now in line with what the element that is there. You can see this red, the red line that's appearing here is showing that it's in line. But then if you don't want to take chances, you can click on this on the element and then you hold down, I think, Control and Shift on Windows. Yes, Control and Shift. You select the second element and then you come on this place. Here it's showing align horizontal, but you want it to align vertical. So you click on align vertical. No, then it's align horizontal. So it's now on the same width. So you drag it to the center and then you bring it. So this circle is white here, so you make it white. FFF is always white. Y000 is black. So once you type F, it's just going to change to white. So you click the F. Let's see if you can look for this icon. So now we are done with the whole screen. So we want to go into bringing in icons. So we have this icon here, we have the second icon, we have this one. Let's see if you can find let's see if you can find our icons. Okay, should I use what's this? Should I try Fabric? Let me see what Fabric class was. I don't like this icon. Let me go back to my flat icon. All right. Regular. All right. So the first one, second. I think I've seen this one. So you click on it and then you download it. SVG. So it's downloading already. You download it. And then let's look for the second one. The second, I don't know what that icon is. You see it here. What's the name of this icon? That's the name. So we download it also, SVG, download SVG. Try not to use PNG because PNG makes your application to be very heavy. So just try to be using SVG of everything. And then the next one, I don't know where we can get something like this. That looks like a Google Lens. And that is not weird. Okay. Let's make use of this one. So the same way we import image for this one, we're also going to click on import image. Then you go to your recents. So you're importing two. So you select two of them at once. And then we import it. So this is the first one. If you want to resize it to in proportion, you click on K. So I've said it, you can see times 1x. So once you are resizing it, the length is always going to be the same with the height. Let's make it smaller to like 20. So the second icon, that's this one. We resize it also. You click on the key and then you resize to make it. So if you want to work with color elements, you can just be zooming in so you can see the element that you're working with very well. So if you zoom, you can see that you have this small square on the on your frame. Yeah, you can see more here. You can see this small square. That is what you are going to be using. So it's just like you are zooming in to be able to see, you know, the elements very well. So we are done with these two. And then if you want it to be on the same length, you highlight on the same line. You highlight it and you click on the align horizontal. It should be aligned vertical again. This second one. Then it's aligned. Then I think the color is not entirely black. So let's reduce it to like the color code. All right. So I think we've gotten, if not all, of what we have here. I don't know because this type of things look like it is a paid but let's see if you can find something similar. I don't know. Mhm. So, okay, it's not the same. It's not the same, but you don't have to bother yourself about trying to get, not trying to get that particular icon because sometimes it must have been purchased. So, like, obviously, it's not going to be accessible to everybody. But you can just use something that is kind of the same. I'll give you like the same type of feel. So let's see if you can see something here. Um, so, um, let me just use this one. Even if it's not the same thing. So let's download it. So you can bring it into image. Go to our recent. This is it. Then you can place it here. And let's reduce it to like the 16. All right. So I think we kind of have a little bit of what you are trying to. So I'm trying to play it so that I know it's going to take forever to play because of network. So you can see like a preview of what you designed. So this is how it's looking. Why is this? You see, this one is not appearing here because it's outside the frame. So let's try to bring it in. So thank God this thing happened. So once you are previewing and then notice that a particular element is not in the frame, you try to bring it in again. It should be in the frame. Yeah, it's now in. So you try to bring it in inside that particular box. Let me undo it so you can see that currently it's outside. So you can just take that particular element out, and then if you are bringing it in, you observe that whilst it's inside that frame, the frame is now highlighted. You can see this blue icon show that it's now highlighted, so meaning that it has now entered inside the frame. So once it's inside the frame, you'll not be able to preview it, because if there are some instances where you'll be designing and then you are seeing the elements in the frame, but in real life it's not in your frame because it's, I don't know how to explain it. It's showing that it's inside your frame, but on the Figma board, if you move, let me try to undo it to how it was before. If we move this frame, that particular element is not going to move it. Like it's not going to move along with it because it's not inside the frame. It's very important for us to make sure that all our elements are within the frame that we are designing, so that if we are giving our developers a particular frame, they can see all the element that is inside. So once you observe that it's not inside, you can take the elements out and then you bring it again inside. Then you make sure that it have entered inside, just like it's showing here. 36. Oh, what does not be? Let's just highlight everything and make it so align. So now it's not going to appear on our preview page. So I think that is all. I hope today's class was more. Do we have any question? So you guys understood. You guys understood how we did everything. Yeah, because there's going to be a second screen that you're going to design, not this one. So you can ask some questions. Who can? Let me see. Where is the one? Okay, go on, go on. Now how can we create textiles? Ah, there was a class that I showed you guys how to create textiles. You can go to TEFEM and check for the video on typography. I think it's on typography. That was when I taught how to create textiles. Hope I did not miss any question. Yeah. Somebody wanted to speak. You can unmute and speak. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can.
Okay. Okay, I didn't want to sound too forward. I was like, the icons, instead of downloading them one by one, what if we get the icon pack to access?
To access how? So
Hello,
yeah, I can hear you.
hello,
I can
ma.
hear you. So assets like here. Can you hear me?
The assets on the left.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course you can get it if you want to. And you must not use this particular. So let's say you want to use after I'll show you because I have it.
No.
I have it. So you can just browse for different design systems on. So yeah, it's showing like a preview. I don't want to click on this because I already have it. So you can just check. You can even go to, because I showed you guys our resources, like Figma have a community. You can just go to the community and then you can search for icons, maybe like icon sets or design system. So you can use design system like I'm already using. These are design systems that are here. So you can still see icons. Okay, this particular one I'm using, this one is right now one. So this is I think she has icons. There are thousands of design systems on Figma community. Okay, this is icons part. You can you can try to see if you can download it. So this is like the icons that is on this particular design system. So if you want to look for a system, you go to this community. You can see this first icon here is home. The second one here is like a browser something. So you click on it, and then let me go back to. It's showing this one because I've searched for a particular thing. But let's just search for. Let me see if I can just see all the icons. Let's search for icons and see. So you can see once you click on icons, you can see different icons you have here. But rather than just using, okay, let's see how this one is. So you can see different icons. So you can click on open in Figma. It's going to take a while. Let's see. Or you can also check design system. Design system not only have just icons, they have like other elements so you can use. So this is for the icons. So if you like these icons, you can make use of it. If not, you continue checking till you find the one that you like. These icons are just weird. Till you find the ones that you like. So let us check on design systems and see if we are going to. Let's see these ones. Well, we don't waste time. Open. There's some design system there's some resources on Figma that is paid. So let me use this one. There are some design systems. There are some resources on this. Like, okay, this is a plugin. What's a plugin? That is paid. So we can, we can still find one that is not paid. I am thinking, this is the problem. Let's see. Design file. Hope I'm not getting it. Let's see how this one is like. This one have other things inside. Symbols. Or you can use what's the one showing me? Like iOS 18 material tree design. Let's search for material tree design. Arbitrary design icons, ColorTheory designs icons. So let's open a Figma and see if this one is going to be the one. Sorry, these are, I don't know why I still have to put them. All right, open up. Okay, let's see if this one has icons. Ah, so it's so slow. Okay, so the icons here. So you can use these icons. Please, they are okay. Yeah, okay. So you can just continue researching on icons until you find numerous type of icons that you can use. So with this now, okay, let me just try to copy one. Where is the one that is looking like what we work with the settings? And to work with icons is always very, very sometimes if I'm looking for an icon for like 10 minutes, it can be very frustrating at times. So patience is a virtue in UI design. So let's try to look for I think settings. That one was settings or dashboard. That was like next. Settings. Anyway, let me use this one. So once you click on it and then you right click, you copy it, you click on copy, you go to where you want to use it. You go to where you want to use and then you paste it. You can see your icon has followed you here. It has followed you here. So did that answer your question? Did that answer your question? Who asked that question again? Who also has another question? Who has another question? Network, sorry. Network and there are no questions. It seems that we give assignment. So I can now be seeing if you guys are actually following. It seems it's going to be like every day assignment. Let me see if I can where's our Telegram? I like Christy. Okay. This is since there's no assignment for this one. This is what you guys are going to design. Today is Friday. So how we are going to submit this assignment before Friday class. When you create, I've shown you how to create a new file, how to add people on your file. So the assignment, I'm not going to write the assignment on a group chat. So please listen. You create a new file on your Figma, and then you replicate the screen that I'm going to share on the general channel, and you add me. You have to add me. I want to see how many are we on this class. In this class, we are 23. Okay. So I want to see 23 invites before our next class. So once you add me, like if you are done designing, then you don't add me to your Figma, but when you're not done designing, I don't come to see and I'm seeing blank screen. So once you are done designing, you add me so I can get the invite. And if I come to your Figma board, I will drop a comment for you if it's good to go or not. So the screen that we're going to design, this is a very plain design. This is very. Are you guys hearing me?
Yes, we
Okay.
can.
This one
Yes,
does not have
ma'am.
the gradients that I showed, so that's why I'm giving this kind of plain design. And you don't have to work on this background, this green background. Just this is the frame you are going to work with, this one and this one. So you can just do only one since there are two. They are the same, they have the same pattern. You can just do only one. Pick any one of your choice and design it, and use any picture you want to use and design it. This is a very plain design. It does not have color gradients. Just use one color and you replicate it exactly like this. So let me paste it on so that to avoid a skew. So if you want to export from your Figma, you click on what you want to export. And this export here, you click on plus export. So I want to export as a PNG, but then you can export as whatever JPEG, SVG, or PDF. But I want to use PNG. And if you want to export to a developer, you are most likely to always be using SVG. No, if like if it's for picture, you most likely use JPEG because JPEG has a lower size than PNG. But if it's for icons, you use SVG, or like illustrations, you use SVG to export for developers. So I'm using PNG. So this option is just to show the different resolution. You can use 1x, 1.5x, 2x. So depending on how sharp you want your image to be. But let us stick to 1x because of people who have some kind of network glitch. So let me rename this image to the assignment so that to the assignment. So let me export it and see if I can paste it on our group chats now, because then I forget. You really test time on UI. So let me also write my email when you are done designing. Because if I want to go with the option of presentation, I want everybody to be able to participate. So I don't want some people to hide under some. So this is going to be what you are going to replicate. So before the next class, I want to be seeing, even if you cannot finish it on Friday, at least by Saturday we should have been done with this screen. You can just design just one screen and then you add me for me to see. So is that okay? Hope the assignment is not big for us. No, I feel like it's having issues. What is the issues it's still having? up till now, what are the issues? If you still have any issues, you can use your the web. Like you can see, like on the last class, I had issues in my Figma, so you can use your web version and design it. So apart from that, there are no other questions regarding the assignments. Let me see if I can write it. Where is that? Replicate any of them. So just replicate it. You can choose anyone. Yeah, they have the same layout. So you can choose anyone and then replicate it. So once you replicate it, you invite me to your Figma board. So is that clear? And while inviting me, you can just put me as a view option. So I don't come and change what you have. I just want to view and go. So is that all? There are no other questions. You guys understood everything. You guys understood everything. You're welcome. And I really want to see you guys assignments. I'm so very interested in seeing what we can design. So I can know how we can continue for the rest of the class. So I'll know if what I'm teaching is actually, you guys are actually understanding it. So like I said, you have to create the text styles. I don't want to see texts that are just plain. So create your text styles. If you can also create your color styles and then you design with your text style. So I think that is all for today.